Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back again here today with another episode of Let's Talk About It. Let's jump right into this one because it is a good one. We're talking about Cody Rhodes winning the WWE Championship. Again, this is now his third time winning the championship. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about some things here that are going to make either make perfect sense or they're going to make no sense at all. But you could tell me what you think down in the comments below. So here it is. We had the Elimination Chamber where, of course, it came down to Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. At that moment, Drew McIntyre steps in. He hits Cody with the title. At that moment, he starts to beat up on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes takes it back and forth with McIntyre. Before you know it, RKO from Orton on McIntyre, which turns into McIntyre bouncing up, getting caught by Cody Rhodes. Here we go, crossroads. Rhodes gets up, boom! Another RKO, 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton, well-deserved, going to WrestleMania, finally getting back into the title picture, and I think it is so well-deserved. I mean, realistically, if you want to talk about the last time that I think Orton had a true championship match, it was against John Cena. I don't think he's fought for the title since then, not that I can remember, but this is exactly where I start to have my problems. So after the conclusion of the show, Nick Aldis on the aftermath, the post-show press conference, Nick Aldis comes up, Drew McIntyre, you want to be a problem, you want to cause problems. Well, then, you've got a problem. You've got Cody Rhodes this Friday on SmackDown, and it's for the WWE Championship. At that moment, I said, okay, here's what I think's going to happen. We're going to see Cody and Drew go at it. Somehow, it'll be a no contest, a DQ, whatever. And then Nick Aldis is going to come out and say, hey, I want you to know that this match was unfair from the start, but I'm going to make it even more unfair. Randy Orton, you know how you won a match to face Drew one-on-one at WrestleMania? Well, now, because of nothing to do with you, I'm putting Cody Rhodes in the match. It's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And, of course, that's what I thought we were going to see. I thought that's what we were going to see from it, and I thought that's what was going to happen. Now, of course, that's not what happened. Unfortunately, we saw Cody Rhodes capture the title for the third time, and I just don't see where it makes sense. I think this is just getting to be a little bit ridiculous. Now, here's a couple of things, right? I see people that are already online going, oh, they're building Cody up to have a crazy amount of title reigns. Well, Cody Rhodes is saying that his next contract is going to be his last. So let's just say that Cody Rhodes at this moment, it's 2026. Let's just say Cody Rhodes is with WWE for another 5 years, okay? Let's say 2031, 2032, it's the end of Cody Rhodes. You're telling me in the next 5 to 6 years, they plan on putting another 15 titles on this guy? Doesn't make sense. Now, as a wise man once said, the greatest of all time is the man who wins the championship, holds it forever, and then loses it, and that's that, right? Because you can't be the GOAT if you sit there and say, well, I'm the greatest of all time because I've held 18 world championships or 17 world championships, and this is no knock at John Cena because John Cena is one of my favorites, if not one of the top guys for me when it comes to wrestling. But at the same token, a 17-time world champion means that you had to lose it 16 times or you had to lose it 17 times, depending on how you look at that, depending on how you retire with or without the belt. So, with that being said, the issue comes down to this. Now we have Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 42. People are sitting there saying, oh, well, Drew McIntyre, he had a movie obligations and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, here's my issue. You're telling me that Drew McIntyre has held the championship now since, what was it? What was the pay-per-view that he won that at? Was it the last one? I can't even remember because here's the problem that we have. We've got the Royal Rumble, and at the Royal Rumble, did Drew even have a match? I don't even think he did. I don't think he even had a title match at the Royal Rumble, so it would have been prior to that. So what was that? God, am I out of the loop on this one right now? I'm trying to bring it back, trying to get all these memories back right now. But either way, Drew McIntyre has held the title for however long, whether it's 2 months, 3 months, whatever the hell it is. Because again, he held it for all of February, right? He's held it for all of January, as far as I know. So, whatever. He's had the belt for like 3 months because obviously SummerSlam wouldn't have been where he got it back, because back in August, that would have still been Cena. And then we had to go through WrestlePalooza and whatever else was going on at the time. I have no idea. But needless to say, Drew McIntyre, if you are going to tell me that, let's just say he's held the belt for 100 days. You're telling me 100 days ago they didn't know that he was going to go do a movie? Yeah, they had no idea. This just came out of nowhere. So my biggest gripe is, unless WWE can genuinely say, hey, listen, when we put the belt on Drew, we didn't know he was going to do a movie. The second WWE says, oh yeah, we knew he was going to do the movie when we put the belt on him. Dumbest booking bullshit I've ever heard in my life. If that's the case, then Cody... Oh, that's what it was. The steel cage match, Jacob Fatu, was Saturday Night Main Event, I think. There we go. Now I'm starting to get this all back as we talk here. So, my big issue is, if you guys knew that, then my gripe would have been, Drew and Cody should have faced off. Fuck the Jacob Fatu bullshit. Here I go. Now I'm getting all worked up, right? Well, screw the Jacob Fatu mess, and it should have been Cody defeats Drew, stays all the way through to WrestleMania, loses it to Orton. Now, here's where the next problem comes from. Randy Orton is like the mentor, predecessor to Cody Rhodes. So is Cody Rhodes taking out all the people that once were on top? I mean, you got to think about it, right? Okay, now he defeats Cena. He defeated Brock at one point years ago. He's now coming up on the defeating of Randy Orton. Is it his build-up to be able to say, well, I've beaten all these guys now? Is that the way that we're going with this? Because I'll be honest, I don't like the fact that this is happening the way that it is. I really and truly, I hope that Randy Orton wins that championship at WrestleMania. I'm pulling for him. I'm rooting for him. I want him to get that belt. So I am really, really hoping that we see Randy Orton take that WWE Championship home with him come WrestleMania. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's definitely going to be the case, but I like this, to see Randy Orton get this done. I'd like to see Randy Orton accomplish this. He is so deserving of that 15th title. He's deserving of the 16th and the 17th. Do I really think that he should tie John Cena before he goes? Maybe not, but I really do think he should tie Ric Flair. The only good thing about him winning the title is then in order, you would be able to say in the top 4 at least, it would go Cena, Flair, Orton, Triple H. And, you know, of course, I don't think that anybody needs to have more than the other or whatever to be over or to be considered the best. I just think that Randy Orton is very well deserving of this 15th title, and I think that he should get it at WrestleMania. It would be the absolute perfect place to see him do it, and I think it's well deserved. I think he definitely should get that title. So hopefully that's what we will see come WrestleMania, because again, I just don't like the way that they're pulling this with Cody right now. I think you're actually diminishing his value more than upgrading it by having him now win a 3rd title so quickly in this whole mess of things involving Drew and so on and so forth. Again, I think it would have made more sense, like I said, if Drew already knew the movie was happening, cage match night, Cody should have retained, went to WrestleMania, lost to Orton. If not, then I think it should have been, Drew, hey, listen, we don't care that you're doing the movie. You got to do it. You got to make it to WrestleMania. You're going to drop the belt to Orton. Or if we really wanted to do something with it, hey, Drew, you're the champion, but you're not going to be around, so we got to implement Cody into this to give something to the fans on TV. We're going to make it a triple threat match. And then again, Cody, Orton, Drew, WrestleMania, and Orton still walks out the champion. And again, in that aspect, you could still protect whoever. You could say, hey, Orton, you're going to get the belt. You're not even going to pin the champion, so it'll give Drew something to cry about, to come back on, whatever. So many ways you could play this, so many ways that you could, could just write this over and over again. There's a lot of scenarios, but either way, that is where I'm at. I don't feel that this is the right decision. I don't think it's good booking. I think this all the way around has been kind of just not what we need. I think we needed something different. I think we needed something a lot more set in stone all the way right through to WrestleMania. But regardless, here we are. This is where we're at. We're going to see, where this goes from here. I really, really hope that Orton gets this win, and I hope it doesn't turn into, Cody rematching at Backlash and getting the belt back or whatever. You know what I mean? I hope that's not the case. If anything, I'd like to see it be the same thing, kind of like Cena. Cena beat Cody for the belt at Mania, dropped the belt back to him at SummerSlam. If anything, I think that's what it should be. I think Orton should at least get the belt at Mania. At the very earliest, he should drop it at SummerSlam. But I'll be honest, I'd like to see Orton get that belt at WrestleMania, and I'd like to see him go all the way through, maybe till the Royal Rumble, maybe till WrestleMania again. I mean, I really have no issue with Orton holding that belt for 8, 10, 12 months. It does not bother me. I love Randy Orton. I think he's a great talent. He is the epitome and the absolute prototype of a wrestler. As JBL has said, as many guys have said, he is an absolute out-of-the-package wrestler. What you take out of that package when Mattel drops a new figure, drops a new Randy Orton, that's exactly what you get in real life with Randy Orton. And that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? He is the guy that can continue to carry it, and I think that's the way it should go. I'd actually love to see Cody maybe take a chance into something else. Maybe a mid-card title for some time being. Maybe even going after the World Heavyweight Championship at some point. So, either way, that's my Let's Talk About It for today. We're talking about it. We're going to keep talking about it. And I'm sure we'll talk about it all the way until WrestleMania 42, because I'm sure, as Steven Tyler will continue to tell you, we're back in the saddle again. I don't know what the hell's going on with all that, all right? But that's what it is. That's what it is. Every time I turn a channel to wrestling, to any type of promo, to a cut scene, nothing, the next thing I hear is, da-da, da-da, poker chips, they're dropping. Here comes Triple H. He's got to be on there with the suit and tie. And then all of a sudden you get Steven Tyler back in the saddle again. I don't know what the hell is going on. All I know is we know WrestleMania 42 is coming. I've already talked about that because it's ridiculous how much we have had to deal with this build-up to WrestleMania. 6-7 months of WrestleMania build-up. It's crazy. We don't need it. We only need a few months. If it doesn't sell itself, it's not selling. TKO, do better. Figure it out, because all we're going to keep doing is talking about it. Until the next episode, guys. Until the next time I see you on here, you already know the deal. Get over to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. Leave me a comment on this video. Tell me what you think and how you perceive this whole WrestleMania debacle. We're going to get to the bottom of it sooner or later. We're going to see what happens. We're only like 5 weeks away, so I cannot wait to see what we get at WrestleMania. Until the next time, guys, stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all there.